If you've been feeling tired for no reason, if your weight isn't moving no matter what you try, if your mood swings, cravings, or sleep problems make every day feel like a fight, listen closely. Because none of these issues start with age, stress, or bad luck. They start with hormones. And what's even more surprising, you can reset many of your hormones with foods you're probably not eating right now. Today, you're going to discover 5 simple foods that quietly repair your hormones from the inside out. Foods that are backed by science, completely natural, and can transform your energy, your metabolism, and even your mood. Let's begin. Hormones are the body's hidden communication system, silent messengers that control everything from how much energy you feel in the morning to how deeply you sleep at night. They regulate your metabolism, your emotions, your hunger, your cravings, your stress response, your reproductive health, and even the glow of your skin. When they're working in perfect harmony, your life feels smooth. Your mood is stable, your weight stays balanced, and your body feels like it's supporting you instead of fighting against you. But when hormones fall out of balance, even slightly, everything can feel off. And the frustrating part is that hormonal imbalance often sneaks up quietly. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly know your hormones are off. Instead, you feel little things over time. Fatigue that doesn't go away, cravings that don't make sense, stubborn weight gain, irritability, unexplained bloating, restless sleep, thinning hair, or that heavy feeling in your mind that makes ordinary tasks feel overwhelming. Most people blame these symptoms on age, stress, or lifestyle. But the truth is more surprising. Your hormones are heavily influenced by what you eat every single day. Food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite sends signals to your body, telling your hormones how to behave. Some foods create balance, calm inflammation, regulate blood sugar, and support hormone production. Others create chaos, trigger stress hormones, spike insulin, and disrupt estrogen and testosterone. That's why the simplest, fastest, and most powerful way to fix your hormones is not through supplements or complicated diet plans, it's through food. When people think of hormone balancing diets, they imagine long lists of complicated ingredients or expensive superfoods. But here's the truth. Some of the most effective hormone balancing foods are surprisingly simple, affordable, and available in almost every kitchen. The problem is that most people simply don't eat them. They reach for processed snacks, sugary breakfasts, or carb-heavy comfort foods that soothe them for the moment, but silently disrupt their hormones in the long run. What your body actually needs is nourishment, the right kind of nourishment that feeds your hormonal system instead of overwhelming it. Hormones work like a symphony. Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, insulin, cortisol, thyroid hormones, all of them must work together in a delicate rhythm. If one hormone goes too high or too low, the entire system gets thrown out of tune. For example, too much cortisol from stress can suppress thyroid hormones and slow your metabolism. Too much insulin from sugary foods can lead to weight gain, fatigue, and cravings. Too little estrogen can cause dryness, mood swings, and anxiety. Too little testosterone can reduce motivation, energy, and strength, affecting both men and women. A balanced diet gives your body the raw materials it needs to bring this hormonal symphony back into harmony. Take flax seeds, for example. They are small, often overlooked, and hardly ever included in the average diet, but inside these tiny seeds are lignans, powerful plant compounds that help regulate estrogen. Whether your estrogen is too high or too low, flax seeds help bring it back to balance. They gently remove excess estrogen from the body and support healthy levels, which is why they're so helpful for PMS, menopause symptoms, and even hormone-related weight gain. Just a spoonful of flax seeds daily can quietly reset your estrogen system without you even noticing, until you start feeling better. Then there are Brazil nuts, another food people rarely eat. Most people walk past them in the grocery store without realizing they are one of the richest natural sources of selenium in the world. Selenium is essential for your thyroid gland, the small organ in your neck that determines how fast or slow your body works. Your thyroid uses selenium to produce hormones that control your metabolism, energy, and temperature. When selenium is low, thyroid function slows down, leading to weight gain, cold hands, low energy, and brain fog. But eating just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can deliver all the selenium your thyroid needs to function smoothly. It's one of the simplest dietary fixes for thyroid support. Fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut also play an enormous role in hormone balance, but they often get ignored because people aren't used to their strong flavor. Yet your gut is where much of your hormone regulation actually happens. Your gut bacteria help process estrogen, regulate inflammation, and even communicate with your brain through neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. A healthy gut means balanced hormones, stable moods, better digestion, and less stress. Fermented foods feed your gut bacteria with probiotics that strengthen this system. Even a spoonful a day can help reduce bloating, calm cravings, and lift your mood because your gut directly influences your hormones. Pumpkin seeds are another simple, underrated food that most people never think about. They're packed with zinc, a mineral deeply connected to testosterone and progesterone production. Without enough zinc, testosterone levels can drop, leading to low energy, reduced motivation, low libido, and slower metabolism. Zinc also supports progesterone, which helps balance estrogen and keep mood steady. Pumpkin seeds are one of the easiest ways to get enough zinc naturally. Eating a handful daily can slowly shift your hormones back toward vitality and strength. And finally, avocados. Creamy, delicious, and often misunderstood. Many people avoid avocados because they think they're too fatty or too high in calories, but hormones are literally made from fat. Without the right kind of healthy fat, your body cannot produce balanced levels of estrogen, testosterone, or cortisol. Avocados provide monounsaturated fats and fiber that stabilize blood sugar, calm inflammation, lower stress hormones, and support hormone production. They help your body stay balanced, energized, and calm throughout the day. The most powerful part of all these foods is how simple they are. None of them require complicated recipes, expensive shopping lists, or special equipment. You can sprinkle flax seeds on oatmeal, eat a couple of Brazil nuts as a snack, add a spoon of sauerkraut to your lunch, keep pumpkin seeds in a jar on your desk, or slice an avocado onto your toast. Small habits like these create meaningful changes in your hormonal health. Hormone balance isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about choosing foods that work with your body instead of against it. Once you begin eating these hormone-supporting foods regularly, you'll notice subtle shifts. More energy in the morning, fewer cravings, steadier moods, improved digestion, and a lightness in your body that feels like everything is finally working the way it should. This is the power of feeding your hormones instead of fighting them. Your hormones respond instantly to the food you put into your body, and one of the fastest ways to support your hormonal system is by focusing on the nutrients that help regulate stress, metabolism, appetite, and mood. If Chapter 1 helped you understand why hormone balance matters, this chapter shows you how specific foods begin working immediately at the cellular level. The moment you take a bite, your gut, brain, and hormonal glands start communicating, and what you eat can become the difference between hormonal chaos and hormonal harmony. So let's go deeper into how these foods support hormonal healing in ways most people don't even realize. One of the biggest hormonal disruptors today is chronic stress. At first, people don't connect stress with their diet, and yet your food choices are one of the strongest signals your body receives. When you eat inflammatory or heavily processed foods, your body perceives them as stressors. This triggers cortisol, the stress hormone, making you feel anxious, tired, and craving more sugar. But when you eat nutrient-rich natural foods, your cortisol stabilizes. This is important because high cortisol doesn't just affect your mood, it also slows your metabolism, leads to weight gain around the belly, disrupts sleep, and interferes with your thyroid. So simply by upgrading your daily meals with certain foods, you can switch off the stress response in your body. Take avocados, for example. While most people think of them simply as a healthy fat, They are actually one of nature's most efficient cortisol regulators. The healthy fats in avocados help stabilize blood sugar, which prevents cortisol spikes throughout the day. This is crucial because every time your blood sugar swings up and down, your body releases cortisol to bring things back into balance. By keeping your blood sugar steady, avocados help reduce stress signals, support better sleep, and improve your overall sense of calm. It's one of the reasons why people who eat avocados regularly often report feeling fuller, more energized, and mentally clearer. Meanwhile, pumpkin seeds work on an entirely different hormonal pathway, testosterone and progesterone. Zinc, the mineral found densely in pumpkin seeds, plays a crucial role in the creation of reproductive hormones. When your zinc levels are low, your testosterone levels drop, your mood becomes unstable, and your energy levels suffer. This applies to both men and women, since women also need testosterone for strength, confidence, and metabolism. Zinc also supports progesterone, which balances estrogen and keeps your cycles, mood, and sleep stable. Eating pumpkin seeds consistently helps your hormones remain steady, especially during times of high stress or hormonal shifts like perimenopause or puberty. People who snack on a handful of pumpkin seeds daily often notice improvements in hair strength, energy, and even motivation levels, all signs of healthier hormone production. Another overlooked area of hormone health is the thyroid gland. Most people don't think about their thyroid until they experience symptoms like unexplained weight gain, fatigue, dry skin, or thinning hair. But your thyroid is constantly working to regulate your metabolism using nutrients from your diet to create the hormones T3 and T4. One of the most important minerals your thyroid needs is selenium, which is why Brazil nuts are so valuable. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts provide your daily selenium requirement. Selenium protects your thyroid from oxidative stress, helps convert T4 into the active form T3, and supports overall metabolic efficiency. People often underestimate how quickly selenium can make a difference. Within a few weeks of eating Brazil nuts regularly, many feel improvements in mood, temperature regulation, mental clarity, and overall energy. But while individual nutrients matter, nothing influences hormones more directly than gut health. Your gut is like the headquarters of your hormonal messaging system. It houses microbes that help produce serotonin, dopamine, and other neurotransmitters that influence mood, appetite, and sleep. A disrupted gut leads to imbalances that affect your cravings, stress response, immune system, and even estrogen levels. This is where fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut come in. They feed your gut microbiome with beneficial bacteria that restore balance and reduce inflammation. Those probiotics help you digest food more efficiently, absorb nutrients more effectively, and communicate with your brain more clearly. Most people don't realize that estrogen is actually processed in the gut. If your gut bacteria are out of balance, estrogen can build up in the body, leading to bloating, irritability, stubborn weight gain, and mood swings. Fermented foods help regulate this through a stronger, healthier microbiome. Just a spoonful a day can begin repairing your gut lining, reducing bloating, improving digestion, and calming your nervous system. Over time, this leads to more stable mood, clearer skin, better sleep, and smoother menstrual cycles for women. Another food that directly affects estrogen balance is flax seeds. These tiny seeds carry lignans, plant compounds that mimic estrogen gently and safely. This helps stabilize estrogen levels, whether they're too high or too low. When estrogen is too high, flax seeds help remove the excess through improved digestion and liver support. When estrogen is too low, they provide mild estrogen-like support that reduces symptoms like hot flashes, dryness, and mood swings. That's what makes flax seeds so unique. They adapt to your body's needs. For many women going through menopause or dealing with PMS, flax seeds feel like a natural reset button. And because they also contain omega-3 fats, they support brain health, reduce inflammation, and promote glowing skin. What makes all these foods remarkable is how they work together. They don't operate alone. They create synergy in the body. Avocados soften cortisol spikes. Pumpkin seeds help balance testosterone and progesterone. Brazil nuts support the thyroid. Fermented foods repair the gut. Flax seeds regulate estrogen. Each one targets a different part of your hormonal system, giving your body a powerful foundation for balance. When you combine them, you create an environment where your hormones can function with ease. And this is where the real transformation happens. Hormonal balance isn't a dramatic overnight change. It's a gradual shift that builds with consistency. Each day, you choose hormone-friendly foods, your body becomes more aligned, your symptoms become lighter, your energy becomes steadier, and your mind becomes clearer. You're not just eating, you're rebuilding your internal communication system. You're nourishing your glands, supporting your brain, strengthening your gut, and giving your body exactly what it needs to function at its best. As you continue this journey, you'll start noticing changes you didn't expect. Waking up with more energy, feeling more grounded emotionally, managing stress more easily, experiencing fewer cravings, sleeping more deeply, and even noticing your clothes fit better. These changes are signs of healing from the inside out. Your hormones are responding, your body is recalibrating, and it begins with simple foods that most people overlook every single day. When people talk about fixing their hormones naturally, they often imagine that it requires complicated diets, strict routines, or expensive supplements, but the truth is far simpler and far more empowering. Hormone balance comes from small, consistent choices that rebuild your body from the inside. And the foods we've already discussed begin the healing process from the moment they enter your system. But in this chapter, we go deeper into how your daily habits amplify their benefits and how these foods interact with the rest of your lifestyle. Because food is powerful, but its power grows even stronger when paired with the right habits. The goal is to create an environment in your body where hormones can work smoothly without constantly fighting stress, toxins, or inflammation. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking hormones only change drastically during major events like puberty, pregnancy, or menopause. In reality, your hormones shift every hour, every day, responding to your sleep, your thoughts, your stress, and of course, your diet. Every morning, your cortisol rises to wake you up. Every time you eat, insulin responds. Every time you feel excited or motivated, dopamine increases. So you're in a constant dance with your hormones. And when your diet supports this rhythm, everything flows more easily. This is why starting your day with hormone-supporting foods is so effective. Eating a hormone-balancing breakfast creates stability that lasts all day. For example, adding flax seeds to your morning oatmeal or smoothie gives your body the lignins it needs to begin regulating estrogen right away. Pairing that with avocado on toast or alongside eggs provides healthy fats that stabilize your blood sugar, preventing the mid-morning crash so many people experience. That crash isn't just tiredness. It's a hormonal drop triggered by unstable insulin levels. A stable breakfast sets the tone for hormonal balance throughout the entire day. And this isn't just about breakfast. Every meal sends hormonal messages to your body. Pumpkin seeds, as a midday snack, fuel testosterone and progesterone production during the time of day when energy naturally begins to dip. Instead of reaching for sugary snacks that spike insulin and crash your energy, pumpkin seeds give your body a clean and steady source of minerals, healthy fats, and protein. This helps preserve your focus, mood, and metabolism during the afternoon. Over time, these small habits begin to reshape how your hormones function hour by hour. Brazil nuts come into play here as well. Many people suffer from unexplained fatigue, cold intolerance, slow metabolism, or mental fog without realizing these symptoms are tied to the thyroid. The thyroid doesn't only depend on selenium, it depends on consistency. Eating 2 Brazil nuts once a week won't support it nearly as well as eating 1 or 2 daily. When you feed your thyroid consistently, you send constant signals that your metabolism is safe to run efficiently. This is how weight loss becomes easier, energy becomes more stable, and mental clarity returns. People are often shocked by how much better they feel simply by giving their thyroid the minerals it needs on a predictable basis. Another overlooked factor in hormone balance is inflammation. Even if you're eating healthy foods, high inflammation can block hormone receptors, meaning your cells can't hear the hormonal messages properly. This leads to symptoms even when your hormone levels are technically normal. Fermented foods, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, reduce inflammation from the gut outward. They strengthen your intestinal lining, which prevents toxins and undigested particles from leaking into the bloodstream. When your gut barrier is strong, your immune system relaxes, inflammation decreases, and your hormones can communicate freely again. This is why so many people notice improved mood, clearer skin, and fewer digestive issues when they start eating fermented foods regularly. The gut healing effect ripples across the entire hormonal system. But food alone isn't the only factor. How you eat matters too. Eating in a calm, relaxed state supports proper digestion and reduces cortisol. Eating quickly while stressed or multitasking signals to your body that it's in danger, even if you're just rushing through your day. High cortisol during meals slows digestion, disrupts nutrient absorption, and increases fat storage. This is why mindful eating is one of the simplest ways to support hormonal harmony. Taking a moment to breathe before eating, chewing slowly, and enjoying your food actually helps your hormones function better. Sleep is another powerful hormonal regulator. No food can fix hormones fully if your sleep is constantly disrupted. Poor sleep elevates cortisol, reduces testosterone, increases ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decreases leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full. Even the best diet cannot override the hormonal chaos caused by chronic sleep deprivation, but the foods we discussed in earlier chapters can actually help improve your sleep. Avocados stabilize your blood sugar, preventing nighttime crashes that lead to 3 a.m. awakenings. Pumpkin seeds contain magnesium and tryptophan, which support relaxation and better sleep quality. Fermented foods improve gut health, which influences melatonin production. So your food and sleep support each other, creating a cycle of restoration. Stress management also plays a major role in hormone regulation. But here's the good news. The foods you're eating already help you handle stress more effectively. When your blood sugar is stable, you're less likely to experience emotional swings. When your gut is healthy, your brain receives calming signals. When your thyroid is well supported, you have more emotional resilience. When your estrogen and progesterone are balanced, your mood feels more stable. Instead of thinking about food and stress as separate issues, think of them as intertwined. Eating the right foods actually lowers your baseline stress level. Another important principle is diversity. While avocados, flax seeds, Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, and fermented foods are powerful, your hormones thrive best when your diet is rich and varied. This means eating colorful fruits, leafy greens, lean proteins, legumes, and whole grains. These foods provide fiber, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that strengthen your hormonal system from multiple angles. The more nutrients your body has access to, the more easily your hormones can self-regulate. No single food can fix everything, but a nutrient-rich environment allows your hormones to work with precision. Hydration is another overlooked factor. Hormones travel through the bloodstream, and dehydration can slow this process dramatically. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, your organs work harder, and your hormones take longer to reach their target cells. Drinking enough water each day supports nutrient absorption, detoxification, skin health, and hormonal communication. Adding lemon or chia seeds to your water can give it an extra hormone-supportive boost. Movement also plays an important role in the hormonal system. You don't need intense workouts. Gentle movement like walking, stretching, or yoga lowers cortisol, increases insulin sensitivity, and boosts endorphins. When combined with a hormone-balancing diet, these activities help your hormones stay in a steady rhythm rather than swinging wildly. All of these habits, consistent hormone-friendly foods, mindful eating, good sleep, stress management, and movement, work together. They support your body as a whole, not just one part of your hormonal system. When you combine these habits with the foods from earlier chapters, you create an environment for deep healing. You're not forcing your hormones to change. You're inviting them to rebalance naturally. And as these habits become your new normal, you begin to feel the difference in ways that are undeniable. Your mood is smoother, your energy is brighter, your cravings fade, your skin glows, your sleep deepens, your weight stabilizes. You feel more in control, not because you're working harder, but because your hormones are finally working with you, not against you. This is the quiet power of simple, consistent hormone balancing foods paired with supportive lifestyle habits. Your hormones shape your life, your energy, your focus, your weight, your sleep, even your happiness. And the moment you start feeding them the right foods, your body begins to shift. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. These 5 foods aren't magic. They're biology. They're your body's natural tools for balance, healing, and vitality. So start with 1. Add it today, then add another tomorrow, and watch how your body responds when you finally give it what it's been missing. If you want more science-backed videos that restore your health naturally, make sure you subscribe. Your healthiest, strongest, most balanced self is closer than you think.